They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Ritter now. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Falcons are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side. Fighting him off. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Ridder here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer shot.
Wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw it here. Ridder. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And a solid one here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Ridder to throw it. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Ridder throwing on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Robinson. will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Here's Ritter. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now a 2nd and 2. They toss it down to Pollard, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On play action, Prescott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second down, Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. That's out wide for Palmer. He's still barreling through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and a couple. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. Now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go, set. Set.
On play action, here's Ritter. Rolling to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Black Ultra.
Ritter will set up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
On the double. Check right.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Option play. Here's Robinson. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Ridder now on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ridder. Kyle Pitts. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mega. Switch red.
A give left side to Robinson. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Robinson with another carry. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Ritter back to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. A missed connection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Prescott from the gun on third. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they're going to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 41 yards. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
And I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is a short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to number 3. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the draw, it's Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in there by Cooks. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 17-yard line.
On the set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here we go.
This is 2nd and 8.
Ready?
They'll give to Algier out of the gun. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Trying to run forward and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Remember, he needed 4 yards. And 4 yards is going to be what he gets as they do convert here on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done as you noted. And they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pollard will take it up the gut. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the toss, here's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no